Continuing our journey through the regions of Italy, today we explore the region of Lazio, home of Rome, the Eternal City. What sets it apart from the rest of Italy? From its legendary citizens to its unique food and drink, its rich cultural history, and of course the contenders for Italy's most beautiful villages. The region of Lazio has it all. Let's dive in. The Lazio region is based in central Italy. Its capital is Rome, the capital city of Italy. The Lazio region consists of 5 provinces: Rome, Viterbo, Rieti, Frosinone and Latina. Rome is the city of 7 hills: the Palatine, Aventine, Capitoline, Celian, Esquiline, Quirinal and Viminal Hills. Rome is unsurprisingly the most visited city in Italy, and note Romans consider themselves Romani before Laziali. The Italian word Lazio descends from the Italian word Latium, the region of the Latins. Roman mythology claims a number of origin stories for Rome. These include Romulus and Remus, who founded Rome in the most famous case of fratricide I know. This led to l'Urba Capitolina. This story closely relates to the she-wolf symbol you will see around the city. The Aeneid, written by Virgil, claimed the Romans were descendants of those fleeing a burning Troy. This was recorded in the book The Iliad, the Trojan War. The tribe of the Latini took their name from the king, Latinus. The amount of things to see in Rome is extraordinary. UNESCO sites, I'm just going to include a sample. The Colosseum, one of the 7 wonders of the modern world. The Vatican Museums, the most visited art museum in the world. St. Peter's Basilica and the Sistine Chapel. And remember, the Vatican City is independent of Italy and technically not part of the Lazio region. That's another story and another video. Castel Sant'Angelo, associated with the Opera Tosca and Ponte Sant'Angelo. The Pantheon, now this is outside of Rome. Villa Adriana, Hadrian's Villa. Villa d'Este in Tivoli, another UNESCO World Heritage Site. The archaeological park Ostia Antica, the ancient port of Rome. Foro Romano, back in Rome, the Roman Forum. Lazio had its own empire. It is the centre of the Roman Catholic religion, and the papal states were ruled by the popes. Rome is the centre of the modern Italian government and parliament. Rome celebrates the feast of St. Peter and Paul in Rome on the 29th of June, its 2 patron saints. Equally, there are 2 main football teams in Rome, Roma and Lazio. They both play in the same Olympic stadium, and it's fair to say the derby matches are hotly disputed. Food is definitely an obsession in this area. Spaghetti alla carbonara. Forget what you've been taught. This is eggs, guanciale, pecorino romana and pepper, and nothing else. Bucatini alla matriciana. Pasta with tomato and guanciale sauce. Penne alla arrabbiata. Pasta with a spicy tomato sauce. Guanciale is a key ingredient for Roman cooking rather than bacon. It is heavily seasoned pig cheek. There's also saltimbocca alla romana, veal with prosciutto and sage. Now to one of my favourites, spaghetti cacio e pepe. And no, this is not fettuccine alfredo. Porchetta, this is seasoned pork. Abbacchio alla romana, which is roasted lamb. Suppli are the Roman smaller versions of Sicilian arancini rice snacks. Gnocchi alla romana is the only way to go. Any recipe for gnocchi using potato is wrong, wrong and wrong. The Lazio region produces mainly white wine, typically Orvieto, Moscato di Terracina, Malvasia and Frascati. A surprising fact about the Lazio region, it's one of the main growing regions for kiwi fruit in Italy. Local cooking also uses Pecorino Romano. you will see a reference to quinto quarto, the fifth quarter. This was a reference to the offal, which was used in dishes for the poor, and examples include rigatoni con la paiata, trippa alla romana, pig's trotters, and coda alla vaccinara. Lazio boasts a glorious and rich cultural heritage, often paid for by the popes. Great artists worked in Rome, including Michelangelo, who produced the Sistine Chapel ceiling and La Pietà, but also Raphael and Leonardo da Vinci. We now get into movies. Cinecittà is a major movie producing studio, and it's produced movies like Roman Holiday, starring Gregory Peck and Audrey Hepburn. Anita Ekberg was an actress in the film La Dolce Vita by Federico Fellini, and she was immortalised at La Fontana dei Trevi. But also made at Cinecittà was Quo Vadis, Cleopatra, Ben-Hur and Spartacus. The Spanish Steps. John Keats lived and died in a building at the foot of the steps. Other writers who frequented this area included Shelley, Lord Byron and Oscar Wilde. Rome's oldest cafe, Caffè Greco, is located nearby and was a popular gathering place for writers and artists including Casanova, Goethe and Liszt. Via Francigena, a middle-age pilgrimage route which later morphed into the Grand Tour. Stendhal, Mark Twain and Henry James all trod these paths. A Roman legend claims La Befana appears in Piazza Navona in Rome. So let's now talk about the famous people from Rome, and this is just a sample. Juan Carlos I of Spain was born in exile in Rome. Julius Caesar, Roman general and politician. Sergio Leone, film director known for his spaghetti westerns and arguably the best trilogy in history. Ennio Morricone, world-class composer known for his film scores. Augustus, first Roman emperor. Lucrezia Borgia, a controversial figure of the Renaissance. Sophia Loren, acclaimed actress. Ovid, Roman poet. Cicero, Roman statesman who contested with Mark Antony after the death of Julius Caesar. Virgil, legendary Roman poet who wrote the Aeneid. Gina Lollobrigida, actress who was also known as the most beautiful woman in the world. Marcello Mastroianni, actor who starred in La Dolce Vita movie. Isabella Rossellini, who featured in David Lynch's Blue Velvet. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and philosopher. Giulio Andreotti, scandal-plagued politician. Francesco Totti, football player, legend of AS Roma, and also responsible for his own strain of Italian comedy. Giuseppe Giannini, footballer and captain of FC Roma, known as the Prince. Bruno Conti, footballer for AS Roma and a World Cup winner in 1982. So let's talk about fashion designers. Laura Biagiotti, Anna Fendi and Frida Giannini, who worked for Gucci. And now let's turn to the hotly contested award for the most beautiful village in Italy. And the Lazio region has 25 candidates. Amatrice, with its own pasta sauce. Atina. Bassano in Teverina. Boville Etnica. Castel di Torre. Castel Gandolfo, and the Pope stays here. Castel San Pietro Romano. Castelnuovo di Porto. Castro dei Volsci. Civita di Bagnoregio. Colalto Sabino. Foglia. Gaeta, and remember this has a lot of history. Greccio. Nemi. Odvigno. Percile. Picco. Ronciglione. San Felice Ciceo. Spedlonga. Subiaco. Sutri. Torre Alfina. Vi tocchiamo.
Click here to get even closer to Italy and Sicily.